Hello everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. And today we are going to be doing a very interesting video. Instead of me doing my usual gaming videos, don't worry, I'll have something other than this going up later today. But today, guys, we are actually going to tell some scary stories, I guess you can say. To get in the Friday the 13th feel. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. This is my first scary story. Train ride. Friday, July 20th. It was a long day for me, filled with work, and my girlfriend saying she needed time off. It was quiet as I waited alone in the train station. I hated going home at middle of the night. It was dark, so dark that the small light above me only lit up about a foot in front of me. The train did an eerie screech as it stopped in front of me slowly. I was a bit hesitant to go in for some reason, but did anyway. There was only 2 other men in there. The place reeked of smoke from the other old man, huffing on a cigarette. He took a long drag of it and looked at me with a smile. His eyes looked friendly. I felt a bit more comfortable. I sat down, the 5th seat away. The seat was old and had been worn out a lot. I was creeped out, but wasn't sure why. I would think there would be more people, but I didn't think about it too much. Soon I would be home and I wouldn't have to worry about it. I looked up to see the other man across from the smoker. I couldn't see him too well, but could make out his face. His eyes were natural. They were a red color and he had a blank look on his face, like he was frozen and couldn't move. I smiled at him, trying to break the tension, but he just stared at me. It made me very uncomfortable, so I looked out the window, trying to ignore him, but I could still feel it. I could feel his gaze glued onto mine. I didn't have to see him to know he was looking. The train went under a tunnel, and it got dark. I couldn't see my own hand in front of me and made me realize, why did the lights go out? I felt scared. I controlled my breathing, but I didn't know why I was so scared. Nothing even happened. The lights turned back on, and I noticed that we were out of the tunnel. I felt more relaxed until I looked in front of me. The red-eyed man still had a solid glare on me, but this was different. He had moved 2 seats closer to me. There was only 3 seats separating me from him. I looked to the old man. It looked like he didn't even notice. He just took a drag from his cigarette and coughed like nothing had happened. The train rattled down the tracks. I was afraid to look back at the man. I didn't want to. I didn't want to move, look, or even breathe. Maybe the whole thing was in my mind. Maybe I was just tired from a long day of work, was all. I convinced myself it was just in my head and looked back at the man. His shirt was torn and looked like he had blood on it. Yet still he looked frozen, just staring at me emotionlessly. He didn't even blink. He just stared at me. Again, the light shut off and went pitch black. My heart pounded hard that I was afraid he could hear. What is wrong with all the lights? Those eyes, they remind me of blood. The lights flickered back on, and the train was lit again. It scared me to my very core. The man is only 1 seat away now. His gaze never left me. Seeing him closer, my heart stopped as something shined in my eyes. I was afraid to look at it. I didn't want to know what it was, but I looked anyway. It was a bloody knife that was placed in his right hand. My mind raced, my heart pounded, and my breath thickened. The old man looked so far away now. I wanted to call for help, but I couldn't speak. I was frozen in fear. To my luck, the lights started flickering. I closed my eyes before the light could even go out. and swore I wouldn't open them again. I didn't want to see his frozen face in front of mine. The train slowed to a stop, but I didn't want to open my eyes. It felt as if death was literally staring me in the face. I slowly opened my eyes to see if it was my stop so I could leave this place for good and run out before the man can do anything. He was gone. His red eyes were nowhere in sight. Where could he have gone? I looked at the old man with a shivering voice. I asked, Where did the man go?" The old man looked at me strangely and blinked. He looked confused. "What other man? You were the only one here," he said. And now to this day, I swore that I would never step foot in a train again. I was too afraid to see his face looking straight at me, a knife in one hand and his eyes, those eyes that are now burned into my brain. Alright guys, that was our first story. Now we have our second story, which is going to end the video off after this, so I hope you guys enjoy. Babysitting for the devil. I never wanted to be a babysitter. I hated babies. I didn't want to be near a baby. But I had to go get money the quickest way, and that's babysitting. It was easy because people really didn't care about the amount. I charged $20 an hour. That's about $40 a day. The parents are usually gone for 1 to 3 hours. I never thought I would start to like babies. I actually liked them, but not anymore. I had one baby that was so bad. He knocked me to the second place. He would punch me. He would not sleep and never listen. I mean, they were 2-year-olds. I think they shouldn't be able to listen. It was only him, though. I just wanted to throw him on the ground and beat him up. I hated that thing. I'm saying that because that wasn't human. He did inhuman things. I have never seen nothing like it. I tried to tell his mom, but she quickly ignored me and walked out. She looked sick anyway. I just thought that I hated babies. I was imagining about bad stuff. That wasn't true. That one night his mother did come to get him. I didn't know he was crazy that day. I just said, I will call. I called, she didn't answer. I started to like babies, so I just said I would sleep with a bundle of joy. I went to sleep. I swear, I thought the baby was asleep. He wasn't. Well, he was. I guess not anymore. He wasn't between my arms. I lost him. My house is huge with 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. He could be anywhere. He could have drowned himself. I got up to see where he went. I saw a shadow run by, and the shadow had a knife. I was so scared, but I kept looking for him. I then heard footsteps running. I didn't think that it would be the baby. He was the slow grower and was tiny. I was only me and him in the house. My parents went to the period without me. I then turned around. It was the baby and had a knife. He ran away so fast. I knew I was in a big danger. He always looked strange. I called his name millions of times. He never answered. I went upstairs to see him in the bathroom. I opened the door slowly. The shower was on. I didn't see him anywhere. I opened the shower and nobody was there. I got pushed in there. I never knew he was so strong. He cut me everywhere. I had cuts on my arm, legs, and everywhere else. I thought I would be dead until the doorbell rang. I slowly walked there. I see the baby in front of the door. He told me not to say anything. I opened the door. I said, "You have a wonderful day, baby." She didn't answer me for the first time. She said, "Oh, we'll bring him tomorrow." I answered with an okay. She put the baby in the seat and came back up to me. "I know he tried to kill you. He doesn't like anybody but me. If he pops up in your house to pretend you're asleep, don't open your eyes." She walked away. I shut the door and turned around. I saw him. I forgot to close my eyes. I got stabbed in the neck. I never even touched a baby again. I couldn't. I was dead. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's meant to put some little scare into you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I might do this thing any other Friday the 13th or Halloween. I only do that when that happens. But if you guys really do like these scary stories, make sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe for more content like this, because I'm going to be really creative. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.